everyone, and welcome to this session from Milwaukee Music Lessons. My name is Alex Bennett, and I'm going to be giving you a quick little drum tutorial today. So the technique that we're going to cover today is 16th notes, specifically on the hi-hat. Very, very popular pattern. If you've ever heard a song where it feels like the song's moving at 1,000,000 miles an hour, and you can really hear it kind of clipping along, it might be one of these. So let me give you a brief demonstration of what a 16th note hi-hat pattern sounds like. All right. So now that we've seen what a 16th note pattern sounds like, let's take a look at exactly what it is that we're doing in order to make this 16th note pattern possible. So all of it stems from the way that we are going to orient our hands on the hi-hat. Normally, we keep our left hand specifically designated towards the snare, and then our right hand kind of sits over the top, and we... Right? But in this instance, because we're playing along so fast, what we're going to do is we're going to use a two-handed technique. So starting with the hi-hat over here, we're basically just doing an alternating pattern, single stroke, right, left, right, left, right, left. Then the next step for us is going to be deciding where we want the snare to come in. Now we're doing a very basic beat here, but there's a million variations on these. I'll leave a list of some songs at the end that use some 16th note hi-hat patterns when we get all said and done. But what we're gonna do a real simple one where if we're playing 16th notes and we're going 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a... Then the next step for us is going to be adding the snare in. And in this case, we're going to do the snare on 2 and 4. And when we do it, since we're starting with our right hand, if we go 1E and the last one that we've hit was our left hand, which means that our right hand is actually going to come over and be the one to hit the snare, not the left hand. So we go 1E and 2, like that. Let's do a full measure of that. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. Then after that, all we need to do is add the kick drum into place, right? So with the kick drum, we're going to do on 1 and 3, just kind of giving us a very basic rock beat. So we'll go 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a... Now, as you can imagine, there's a ton of variations on this, whether that's what you're doing with the kick drum, what you're doing with the snare, how you're accenting it, or what beats you're deciding to come in on, or, adding like open hi-hat variations. And then you can also imagine too that fills have a tendency to get rather crazy. So let me just kind of give you a couple of different examples of what maybe some 16th note patterns would sound like. So there you have it, a brief tutorial running around 16th notes on the hi-hat. There are so many different options, so many different patterns, so many songs to list that you can do with these, but start with the basics, get the coordination down, and then you can start to see how you can implement all of those variations. I've been Alex Bennett with Milwaukee Music Lessons. We'll see you next time.